Edward scolded Bill and Ben for playing a trick on Gordon. But Edward said to Gordon that he deserved it for being a huge jerk. And this made Gordon very cross. That night, Gordon was talking a lot in the sheds. Edward is a useless old steampot. He should be retired. Retired? What does that mean? It means, Percy, to be put out of service. And not a moment too soon. He is so old he needs to be repaired literally every week. I agree, Edward is so useless. Timothy couldn't believe what he was hearing. Shut up! Edward's better than all of you. He helped build these rails. Besides, I'm old and you guys don't treat me like garbage. That's because you helped save this railway, and that's why you deserve the respect, unlike Edward. And with that, the big engines went to sleep. Poor Edward, said 2001. A few days later, some enthusiasts came to see the railway. They absolutely loved the railways. They loved seeing the engines puffing down the line with their trains. The enthusiasts decided for their last trip they'll go to the coal mines, and with that the Fat Controller select Edward to take the train. But with that, Edward was worried. There were so many passengers that they had to use the big metal coaches. Edward didn't like this. He could only manage 2 big coaches, but not 4. Soon, the guard blew his whistle. And with that, Edward tried to set off. Did you see him straining? Said Henry. Possibly painful. Huh, so fucking pathetic, said Gordon. He should give up and be preserved before it's too late. Shut the fuck up, said Duck. Edward's better than all of you. You're right, Duck. Edward may be old, but he will surprise us all. I've done it, we're off! I've done it! We're off, he said as they puffed out the station. Edward puffed down his branch line feeling proud of himself. Bill and Ben waited for the enthusiasts. They loved being photographed. Soon they took the train to the coal mines. The enthusiasts had a wonderful time watching Bill and Ben doing their work. Bill and Ben brought the train back, and with that, Edward puffed back to the big station. On the way, the weather began to change. Dark clouds began to form. The rain pelted down, his wheels slipped, and his driver had to pour sand on the rails by hand. Come on, said Edward breathlessly. This is so grateful. But there was worse to come. Before his driver could check them, his wheels spin fiercely again and again. With a sudden crack! Something broke. And with that, Edward came to a stop. The driver and fireman climbed down to see what the damage was. The driver came back with bad news. Your crank pig has broke, Edward, and your side rod swung up and damaged your side real badly. We took your side rods off, but now you're a single, like an old-fashioned engine. And the worst part is, we broke down on the loneliest part on your branch line, Edward. What are we going to do? Edward felt sad that his passengers were gonna be late. But then he remembered about Timothy. Edward remembered a long time ago the same thing happened to him. And with that, Timothy kept going on. We need to keep going, said Edward. What? Said his driver. We can't stay here, or else we'll be late. But Edward, your side is all messed up, and without your side rods, it's gonna be harder for you. Listen, Timothy did it when he broke down. Yeah, but that's different. Your side is completely fucked. You really think you could do this? Edward understood what he was saying. This was the biggest challenge he had ever had in his life. To pull a heavy train filled with passengers, with one working axle, and as the rain and wind was against him. But Edward was determined to get them there on time. Yes, I am sure. Okay then, we'll try our best. Soon they were ready, and Edward tried to set off. But his wheels just slipped on the slippery rails. The driver, fireman, and guard went down the train, making some adjustments. We loosened the coupling rods so you go take them one by one like you do with trucks. That will be much easier. The guard blew his whistle. The driver poured sand on the rails. And with that, the fireman pulled the regulator. Come on, he said crossly. And he moved cautiously forward. One coach began, helped start the second helped the third, and soon the whole train was finally moving. I've done it, he said, his wheels spinning fiercely. Whoa, steady, Edward, steady, he said as he was checking his speed. Well done, Edward, you got them. So were the passengers. They cheered for Edward as he moved along the rails. The Fat Controller paced the platform. Henry, with a special train, waited anxiously too. In the distance, they heard Edward's whistle, and Edward, tired but triumphant, puffed into the station. The Fat Controller stepped angrily forward. He pointed to the clock. But passengers pushed him aside and thanked Edward for a good job before rushing off to their trains. Henry was thankful for Edward, and he was also surprised. The guard blew his whistle, and Henry puffed respectfully away. Accept my apologies, Edward. What you did was very splendid. Oh, thank you, sir. I don't know why you even bothered trying to do it if you were going to pull more damage to yourself. Because, sir, I'm a Northwestern engine, and us Northwesterners do our jobs on time, no matter what the trouble is. Yeah, that's a good engine. For doing your job, I decided to give you a reward. You shall go to the works for a new coat of paint, and of course be repaired. Donald Douglas will take care of your work until you come back. Oh yes, thank you, sir. Now, it's best for you to go back to the sheds. You deserve it. And with that, Edward puffed away. Duck and Bucko saw to it that Edward was finally left in peace. No one made fun of him, no one called him old. And James and Gordon remained respectfully silent.